Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Tashawn here, and I'm back with another video. And this is a RTS haul that I did with Villianous Wax. This was my first order from them. I placed my order on February 27th. I received it on March the 4th. I do apologize that this order is late. And you guys are going to be hearing this in all of my videos. I just got behind with stuff. Things got busy. Life got crazy. And I have a ton of packages that I have not got to yet. So I am in the process of working through those. So in the meantime, let's get into this wax that I got from Villianous Wax. Like I said, this was my first time ordering. I do have, this was the Four Nations collection, which was based on the cartoon Avatar. And although I am an adult, the Avatar cartoon is one of my favorite cartoons. I still watch it even though it's no longer on, or comes on TV, regularly. But you are able to pull it up on Netflix. So I will occasionally watch the season from beginning to end. So I'm very familiar with the Avatar. I'm not sure if you guys are. So I'm a little geeking out a little bit because this was one of my favorite cartoons. Me, my husband, and our daughter, we all love it. We can recite lines. So this video might get a little nerdy because I might give a little bit more information in relation to the cartoon. So just bear with me. So we do have a sticker here that says Villianous Wax, and then we also have one that says my cabbages. And this was a phrase in one of the episodes where Aang went to the Earth Kingdom to look for his friend, longtime friend, Boomy. And when Aang was younger, before he disappeared, because he didn't want to become the Avatar, him and Boomy used to play, and they would play in the Earth Kingdom, and they used to play this game. Like, the Earth Kingdom had like a transportation system of how they transported like foods and different things. So it was kind of like your conveyor belt of today. So they would put it in these big bins, and it would kind of like go through the city to go to wherever it needed to go. So because they were jokesters and they like to have fun and have a good time, they would get on it and ride through the city as like it was a roller coaster, which it really wasn't, but to them it was fun. They were young. And so when Aang went to visit to look for his friend, now that he's the Avatar, he needed to get this training. He basically, before he decided to look and try to get the training that he needed, he decided, oh my gosh, I remember, me and Boomy used to do this when we were younger. So he got Katara and Sokka to ride on in the cart before they went to go look for Boomy. So as they were like flying through the city, because it was like a roller coaster, they basically knocked down the man's whole cabbage stand. And when they went past and destroyed his cabbages, because he was selling cabbages, he was like, my cabbages. So when I saw this sticker, it basically took me right back to that particular episode, and it was hilarious, and it's still funny. So that was that. We do have two samples here, and this one is, come on focus, tuxedo mask, and I'm not sure what that is. I'm not familiar with that. This smells, this kind of is giving me maybe like a Lush dupe, maybe. This is driving me crazy. I'm trying to pick I feel like, is this Rose Jam? Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm back, and I was completely wrong. However, it's not Rose Jam, but there is some rose in this. So this is black cinnamon, which I was getting spice, and so I was like, I could pick up rose, but then I was like, I'm picking up something else, but I can't put my finger on it. So it's black cinnamon, smooth vetiver, which I was getting, that grassiness, like a little bit of green, and exotic spices, and of course a sprinkle of rose. You definitely get I'm picking up the rose. The rose is coming off really strong to me, even though it says a sprinkle of rose. To me, and that could be because I really don't like rose scents. I'm dipping my toe into some rose fragrances, like perfumes and stuff. So I'm trying to be open-minded when it comes to roses, like in wax, but I'm not really a big fan of rose. So certain roses I can do, certain florals I can do. If it's like light, I can tolerate it, but if it's like an overpowering rose, I can't do it. It will set my allergies off. So I'm picking up the rose the most. I do get like a little bit, like I said, I'm picking up some of that vetiver, which is like a grassy, dry grass. And I'm getting that cinnamon and then some of the other spices. So maybe like some, like the exotic spices, I'm thinking maybe like cardamom. Um, but this smells really good. And this is in a rose shape, very pretty, with some black glitter, black and red glitter. So this one is really nice. We'll see how that is on warm. We have Take Time to Smell the Tea, the Rose Tea. This is Rubio's Red Tea and Rose Petals. And I've had Rubio's Red Tea before. It's very delicious. I'm a tea lover. Oh, this smells really good. I definitely get the red tea, like the tea leaves. And I get some rose. That tea is coming through very strong for me. And this is, come on, focus, what it looks like. So now let's get into the nitty gritty of the Avatar, or Four Nations collection, which is based off of the Avatar. So this one is the Blind Bandit, and this is based off of oh my gosh, Toph, who was blind. She was a blind girl who basically lived in the Earth Kingdom, and she basically was Aang's trainer to master the element of Earth. And the scent notes for this is fresh oranges, morning dew, hyacinth, spice, clove, wet red clay, and organic dirt. And I must say, guys, as I was opening up this package, the smells that was coming out of this box were phenomenal. I was like, oh my gosh, like everything was just hitting me. And I was like, oh, this smells so good. So I cannot wait to melt these. I know I'm late, I'm behind, but I'm gonna get there. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I get the dirt, and I love a good dirt scent. I get that wet clay. I definitely get those florals from the hyacinth. A little bit of that orange note, so it's a little citrus. A little bit wet from like the morning dew. Almost like the it rained on like the wet clay or the dirt, and kind of like opened up the dirt and opened up the clay, so you really smell like that fresh dirt and clay. And then I get some of that spice clove. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. I'm so happy that I got two. I got two of everything, and that's what that looks like. Just reminiscent of like dirt and just being out and about. This smells really good. I can't wait to actually put this on a warmer. Then we have the Quenchiest, and this is juicy watermelon, peach slices, apple puree, and cactus juice. Sorry guys, don't mind me. Sometimes my retainer stumbles me with words. Oh, that smells amazing. It's juicy. It's sweet. It's very fruity. You get a little bit of green from the cactus. Oh my gosh, like I wish this was like an actual drink. Like this smells good. I believe there was a fruit that they ate in one of the episodes that this is based off of, if I recall correctly. Oh, that smells amazing. And you guys, look how cute this is. Come on, focus, 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 please. Look at that. Look at those little fruit slices. It's so cute. Look at that. Wow. Mmm. That just made my mouth water. I wonder, like, of course, you know, when I look at different things that are kind of like something that you can kind of recreate in like a drink or something like that, like this, I would do some watermelon juice, some peach juice, some apple. I don't know if there's such a thing to buy cactus juice where we live at. I live in the Northeast, or on the East Coast. So I don't know if it's such a thing of like cactus juice here, but a good substitution may be aloe vera juice, which I do enjoy. And I think that would make one mean drink. Like one nice tall glass of ice. And I think that would really be refreshing. Um, so I might be making a drink based off of this. And then we have the Dancing Dragon. And this was the episode of where Zuko the Fire, he was the Fire Lord's son, and he basically, his mission was to capture the Avatar, which was Aang. Eventually, he decided to go against his father and side with the Avatar to bring peace to the world. So, in the midst of them, him and Aang, you know, trying to bring peace to the world, they had to go through this journey. And one of the journeys was to understand how the Fire Nation learned to firebend and where it stemmed from. So, one second, guys. I got my husband in the background giving me information. So, as he reminded me, Zuko had lost his ability to firebend and lost his will to firebend. So in order for him to be able to get back his firebending powers, him and Aang went on a journey to try to figure out how he could get his powers back so he could teach Aang how to firebend. And in the meantime, they learned of the history of the firebending and how it came about, which, I'm sorry, my husband's in the back giving me little cues on stuff. As you can see, I haven't watched the cartoon in a minute. I'm gonna have to revisit the cartoon again. But anywho, and to teach Aang firebending. So there was these statues, and basically they couldn't understand what the statues were doing, but in the end, it was like a dance that the dragons did to basically in representation of firebending or what have you. And once they left, they found a whole new purpose and got or Zuko got his powers back. He was able to firebend to be able to teach Aang how to firebend. So, Dancing Dragons. And this is patchouli, dragon's blood, and sand dunes. Now I'm gonna watch this cartoon again because, like I said, I haven't watched it in a minute. We've been watching The Legend of Korra, so I'm not sure if at some point they will do a collection of The Legend of Korra. That would be nice, so I can have Wax from her episode or from her series. This is really good, and don't be afraid of the dragon's blood or the patchouli. It's a little earthy. The sand, I forget what sand dunes is, but this is very beautiful. It's not overpowering. It's not strong. I know with dragon's blood, some people don't like it because they feel like it's too incensey, too head shoppy, but this is blended perfectly. I would say this would be like for a beginner who's dipping their toe into dragon blood and patchouli. This is very beautiful. Oh, wow. And this is what this looks like. And then we have the water tribe. So Katara and Sokka were from the water tribe. And this one is crystal blue waters, icy glaciers, and peppermint crystals. Ooh, it's minty, it's aquatic. Oh, this is nice. You get like a coolness that comes off of this. It just transports you to the water tribe. In the water tribe, they were in the North Pole, so it was like the glaciers and everything was frozen. They lived in igloos. Oh wow. And you had the South water tribe, you had the Northern water tribe, or Southern water tribe and Northern water tribe. This is nice, and I like this decoration. Look at that. That's the symbol of the water tribe. And Katara and Sokka, while their father was away at war, their grand raised them. And because our daughter loves the Avatar so much, she now calls my mom grand. So before it was grandmom, and then it became grand. So on her phone, she has my mom as grand. And I'm like, okay. So that shows you how much she loves the Avatar as well. This one is Order of the White Lotus, and this was a secret society that basically wanted to bring peace and help and be in support of the Avatar, restoring peace to all four nations. So when the war finally broke out and when Aang had to fight the Fire Lord, they were instrumental in helping to also assist Aang with the battle so that they could bring peace, assist him to bring peace to the nation. So this is what this is a representation of. This is white tea, black currant, and jasmine petals. Oh, this is nice. I thought this was going to be overpowering with jasmine, but it's not, because I don't do well with strong jasmine. But this is doable for me. And this is what this looks like. You definitely can pick up the tea. I get those tea notes, and I get those floral notes as well. A little bit of fruitiness from the black currant, but also like a slight tartness as well. So this one is really nice as well. I'm so excited to have this. Like, and we have Spirit Oasis. And this was the basically the spirit, these fish, the koi fish, basically kept balance with the nations. So there was a pond in the water tribe that the koi fish was in, and basically they kept balance. And if they were to be destroyed, it would take balance away from the world. So there is an episode where there's some things that happen with the koi fish and the balance is off and things like that. So Aang has to kind of, fight to restore and try to fix the damage that was done in that particular episode. So that is what this is. And this is Elder Oak Trees, Refreshing Eucalyptus, and Chili Waters. And forgive me, guys. I told you guys, this is like, I love this show. I'm like geeking out. So you're going to get a little bit more tidbit information than you normally would in the videos that I do. Oh, wow. This is fresh, aquatic. I get a little bit of the woodsy from the oak trees. Oh wow, because where the koi fish was, where their pond was, so the water tribe, it was all water, ice, and things like that. But where you went, the place where the koi fish was at, where their pond was, it basically was like this beautiful forest, and it was like trees were there. It was, the weather was warm. It was like a totally different atmosphere, just going through this pathway. So you went from being in igloos and ice and water and cold temperatures to where now you went through the doorway and it was kind of like you were in this beautiful grassy place, and it was like warmth and waterfalls, and that's where the koi fish pond was kept. And this is what this is given. It literally is like you're right there with the koi fish at the pond, and you get that whole vibe. Oh, this smells really good. And this one is the Defenders. And the Defenders are one second. My husband just corrected me again, guys. I feel like I'm failing you with these descriptions of the episodes. So the koi fish were the moon and what?
Ocean spirits.
Moon and ocean spirits. So you had the moon in the ocean, and it brought balance to the world. If anything was to happen to either one of them, it would bring unbalance to the earth. So that episode was a really good episode. It was a sad episode too. And so the Defenders, this fan here represents the Kyoshi warriors, and they were on Kyoshi Island. One of Aang's past avatars, he was a Kyoshi warrior. So that's what this one is. And this one is ocean waves, silk kimonos, wooden fans, and fields of grass. So I looked up silk kimonos because I was like, what oil is that? I have no clue what that is. And it's like a floral, fruity, sandalwoody fragrance or oil. Oh, this is nice. Wow. This is what I was smelling when I opened up the box. You get that grassiness. You get the florals, the fruity. You get the dry wood from the wooden fans, and then you get that aquatic note from the ocean waves, because Kyoshi Island was an island surrounded by water. Oh wow, that smells so good. And that's what that looks like. I need to I wonder if they do. I gotta do more. I'm not part of the Facebook group, um, but I recommend joining the Facebook group has its benefits because you get updates on what's coming up. They do post on Instagram, so I do follow Villianous Wax on Instagram. So I can see things that are upcoming there, but it's also great to be in a group as well to find out more about like if they do customs and things like that, because I'm not really sure if they do offer customs at any point in time. But if they did, and if they do, a lot of these would be things that I would get in customs to have more of. So this one is Sky Bison. So this is warm wool blankets, fresh air, and that feeling of finding a friend for life. So Aang was an airbender, and the transportation that they used were sky bisons. So and Aang's sky bison was Appa, and he was like this big, huge, fluffy, furry animal. So let's see. This says warm wool blankets, and there was one episode where they were on the run from the Fire Nation, and they were trying to get rest, and they were laying up against Appa, and they were like, oh, it's like a warm blanket. So let's see. And yes, it is. It's warm, it's cozy, It's fresh because sky bisons fly in the sky and they're outdoors. So it's very warm, cozy, very fresh, clean. So just think of um, if you like, so for me, I look at it as, Appa is flying in the sky, and, you know, um, Aang is just, on riding him throughout the sky, just taking everything in, seeing the world from a different perspective because he's in the sky. He's near the clouds. There was one episode where he actually airbended through the clouds. And when he came from the clouds, his clothes were wet because clouds hold water and or whatnot. So just think of that, when it comes to like that fresh air. So just flying in the sky, that fresh air on your face, and just having that comfort of, him and Appa were best friends. So having that comfort of your best friend. And this is exactly what this is. Wow. I get the sense that they are fans of the Avatar as well, because they are spot on with these names and these blends. And forgive me, I forget the owner's name. Oh my gosh, I bear with me, guys, because I am rusty. It's been a minute. It's been like 4 months since I've done any filming, so I'm kind of rusty. And I'm usually have all that stuff written down, but I forgot to be prepared with that. So the next time I'll be better prepared. So this one is Air Nomads, and was Aang's he was part of the air nomads or airbending nation. They lived high up in the sky. They built their temples, and they lived in the temples, high in the clouds pretty much. And that's where they learned the ways of the monks, and they were about peace, and basically not wanting to have war, but to have peace around the world. And that was the whole purpose of Aang's mission, was to bring peace to the world. So this is summer breezes, sunshine, orange blossom, pineapple, and fluffy clouds. So again, we got that experience of being in the sky. They're in the temples. It's open space, so you get the breeze coming through every day, every night. Oh wow. So you get that laundry note from the fluffy clouds, and I get the fruity. So this is kind of giving me fruity, fresh laundry. Oh, this is nice. Really, really nice. This is definitely like a bathroom scent, or after you clean, you put this on. And this is like this, and this would represent the airbenders. So the water tribe was blue. Benders were like yellows, oranges in terms of like the colors. The Earth Kingdom was green, and the Fire Nation was red. So I know this was a little bit longer than expected, but I am so excited for this collection. Like, I am, like, when I got this, I was like, man, I really should have ordered more than just 2 of each, but I've been trying to, cut back on the amount of wax that I'm ordering. So I kept it to 2 or what have you. It's not like I'm going to melt through all of this within a week or what have you. So, but I am very, very excited to start melting these. I am so excited that they did this collection because, like I said, I love the Avatar. I haven't watched the Avatar from beginning to end, maybe since the fall of last year. So I'm going to start back watching it again so I can watch it from the beginning to end. And each time I watch it is always, even though I've watched it numerous times, it's always like I'm watching it with a new perspective. I may have said, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that in this particular episode the last time I watched it. So you know how sometimes you watch stuff, each time you watch something, you may pick up on something that you missed beforehand. So that's kind of like with me. So to me, it's more like watching it for the first time. And I enjoy it, you know, and we've watched it numerous times as a family, and I really do enjoy it. I mean, I really like when it ended. They came out with the Legend of Korra, which basically was years later. Avatar Aang had passed away. There was peace and everything, and now they come out with this new series, which is really good as well. I just wish that they would have did a series to really kind of follow um, what Aang, because you know you learn more about Aang and Katara and all of them in the Legend of Korra, so it kind of gives you a little bit more backstory, but you're missing um, a whole storyline, because once the Avatar ended, they could have kind of did a series where it kind of followed Aang's life, Katara's life, Sokka's life as they got a little bit older, and you know, to see what direction they went and what did they do once they brought about peace to the world. So that would have been nice to see. Who knows, you know, Hollywood is always thinking of ways to revisit things and, you know, do different shows to kind of bring back different older shows with a new perspective or whatever. So you never know what could come in the future. But I do enjoy both The Legend of Korra, and I enjoy the Avatar The Last Airbender. So, but yeah, enough rambling. I do apologize if this was all over the place. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've actually filmed, so I'm a little rusty. But that's it, guys. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you are alerted when I do upload a new video. And I will catch you guys in the next one. And believe you me, I will have tons more videos because I have a lot of packages that I need to open up and go through and put wax away. So there will be more videos coming with other vendors. So stay tuned for that. Take care, guys.